Thanks for joining me today. The hottest tech news from the past couple of days are right on your screen. Motorola is gearing up to unveil its latest foldable smartphone under the Razr brand, which will be the successor to the current Razr 40 Ultra and Plus models. MS Power user showed a render of the upcoming device, which features a sleek design and a flexible screen that can be folded in half. The device will closely resemble existing Razr models and will be available in a modern classic gray color. The phone is expected to have improved performance and battery life over its predecessors, thanks to the new Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. According to sources familiar with the matter, the device is internally codenamed Glory and has an official model number of XT24533. The phone will be available in the US through Verizon Wireless, one of Motorola's long-term partners, under the Razr Plus brand. The company has not announced an official launch date or price for the Razr Plus, but sources said it could be unveiled in the first half of 2024. According to sources close to 9 to 5 Google will reportedly offer two sizes for its upcoming Pixel Watch 3, finally addressing a key complaint from existing users about the lack of size options. The original Pixel Watch was only available in a 41mm case that many users felt was too small. Following the multiple size approach used by other smartwatch makers, the Pixel Watch 3 is expected to include that original 41mm size along with a larger model. While details are still limited, it seems likely that the two Pixel Watch 3 models will have identical features, with differences only in the overall case and display dimensions. As is typical, the larger watch may also provide better battery life. After skipping an iPad Air upgrade last year, Apple seems to be preparing to launch a much larger 12.9-inch iPad Air to match the size of the current biggest iPad Pro. This would be a significant size increase from the 10.9-inch iPad Air currently available. 911 Mobile's uncovered several schematics showing the approximate design of the upcoming iPad Air that likely to be unveiled this spring. The images display a familiar overall design language, that the rear camera and LED flash are reminiscent of the older iPhone X. Unfortunately, beyond the design, these schematics do not reveal much. One could argue the leak signals an imminent release, but nothing is confirmed yet. For now, we can only speculate. Baidu, often called the Google of China, has joined forces with tech giant Huawei in a groundbreaking partnership that could reshape navigation, driver assistance systems, and smart cockpit technologies. The companies signed an agreement to integrate Baidu's extensive mapping features into Huawei's smart cockpit platform, aiming to enhance the navigation experience and influence the future of connected vehicles. The collaboration will bring Baidu Maps full-scene voice interaction, lane-level navigation, and real-time parking to Huawei's systems. This promises easier, smarter experiences for drivers, but faces skepticism, as some automakers like BYD opt for fully in-house solutions. Still, with strengths in data and algorithms, Baidu leads China's map space over rivals like Amap. This partnership has potential to truly deliver the long-sought seamless, intelligent driving experience. But the tech giants must prove they can fulfill these ambitious goals, despite slightly lagging behind the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in synthetic benchmarks. The Exynos 2400 impressively keeps pace with Qualcomm's flagship chip in real-world gaming. On the Samsung Galaxy S24 series, extensive testing by AnalTech revealed nearly identical frame rates between the Exynos 2400-powered Galaxy S24 Plus and the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 powered Galaxy S24 Ultra in popular games like Genshin Impact, PUBG Mobile, Mobile Legends, and Fortnite. The Exynos model only significantly underperformed in Call of Duty Mobile, while surprisingly outdoing the Snapdragon chip in the ray tracing game War Thunder, while conducted on pre-production devices. These promising results suggest that Samsung has optimized the Exynos 2400 to compete with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in real-world gaming scenarios. Direct comparative testing between Exynos and Snapdragon variants of the same Galaxy S24 model will provide further insight. A new post from well-known tipster Digital Chat Station reveals details about the Huawei's upcoming P70 series. The leak comes just before the expected launch, as the P60 line was released in March last year. The post indicates that the P70 will have a 6.7-inch quad-curved OLED display with a 1.5K resolution. It may also feature front-facing stereo speakers. The rear camera setup is rumored to be in an unconventional triangular formation. The main camera is said to be a 50 megapixels Omnivision OV50H with variable aperture, 1/1.3 inches sensor and 1.2 micrometers pixels. According to previous leaks, powering the phone will be a high-density 5000 mAh battery and the Kirin 9010 chipset. The ultra-wide camera is also expected to see a substantial upgrade. French startup Biomemory has released one of the most unusual portable drives on the market. Instead of NAND chips, it uses DNA strands, and data is stored on it for up to 150 years. However, there are also some drawbacks in terms of reading speed and price. The new product is noticeably inferior to traditional HDDs and USB flash drives. The drive is a miniature round capsule containing dry strands of DNA from Escherichia coli in the form of a bank card. It is made solely for ease of storage. The capacity of such a flash drive is 1 kilobyte, encoded in the ACGT sequences of DNA nucleic bases. The coding density is 1 bit per for nitrogenous bases. It will not be possible to use such a flash drive for everyday data storage. When placing an order, the client must provide the information that he wants to save. The company then makes a record, placing the DNA in a sealed capsule and embedding it into a card, which it sends to the buyer along with a duplicate. To decrypt the data, the card owner must send it back to the laboratory. Specialists will decipher it and send the sequence of bases back to the buyer. After that, he will be able to decode the DNA chain using special software. The price of the drive is €1,000. However, it can be considered as an advertisement for a more advanced commercial solution. According to the developers, 1 gram of DNA can hold 215 petabytes of information, which in the future will be useful for long-term storage of large volumes of information. Already in 2026, Biomemory plans to introduce a 100 petabytes hard drive for data centers, but the company has not yet disclosed details about it. HMD Global, the company behind Nokia phones, is launching its first smartphone under its own brand this year. 91 Mobiles has obtained official renders of this upcoming device. Previously, HMD Global used the Nokia name for all its smartphones globally. This new phone will be the first to carry HMD's own branding. At least 2 models are expected, as HMD registered devices with model numbers N159V and TA1585 on the IMEI database last year. The renders show HMD's first smartphone carrying model number N159V. The name is still unknown. From the design, it appears to be a lower mid-range device. It has a black matte plastic back-end frame, with no antenna lines visible. The front features a punch-hole selfie camera on the flat display. Volume and power buttons are on the right side. It also bears new HMD logo seen last year. The N159V and TA1585 models were registered together, indicating they could be the same phone for different regions or carriers. HMD plans to launch these new HMD-branded phones globally, with India expected to be one of the first markets, potentially as early as April. The Exynos 2400 processor in the Galaxy S24 Plus is impressing many by keeping up with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. This success raised hopes that the upcoming Exynos 2500, which will power the Galaxy S25 series, would be a game-changer. However, a recent leak by Insider or XDA presents a different scenario. While the main core of the Exynos 2500 may be slightly faster than the 2400s, other performance cores appear to be regressing. This indicates that Samsung may be prioritizing efficiency and battery life over raw power for the S25. Specifically, the top Cortex-X5 core of the Exynos 2500 is expected to operate at speeds ranging from 3.2 to 3.3 GHz. Furthermore, 3 of its Cortex-A730 cores are likely to function between 2.5 GHz and 2.3 GHz, which is notably lower than the Cortex-A720 cores in the Exynos 2400. Previous leaks suggested that the Exynos 2500's SoC would feature a unique 132 CPU configuration. This means that the remaining 2 Cortex-A730 cores are anticipated to have even lower speeds than the first three. The performance of the 4 Cortex-A5 Trio cores remains unknown at this point. Although this move may come as a surprise, it could be a strategic decision. The Exynos 2500 is based on Samsung's new 3GAP process, which is expected to be more efficient than the competition's 3nm FinFET technology. This could result in the S25 having a longer battery life and cooler operation. These are still leaks, and the final specifications could change. However, if accurate, it suggests that Samsung is prioritizing user experience over pursuing the highest numbers on paper. This could be a refreshing approach, focusing on what truly matters to smartphone users. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then don't hesitate to click on the like button. See you soon.